Yeah. Okay, you're gonna hear a lot of hiss, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's coming from the computer, and I don't know how to get rid of it. But what you're seeing now are the outtakes of Headrush as they were shot, as they were spliced together in their original form. I thought it'd be good to have some commentary on this track to kind of explain things that may not be apparent as you watch it. First thing is, this shot here was the first take we did of the entire movie, and we had to reshoot it because Jay's face was so pale. It looked bad with the beard and hair and all, and we needed to put some makeup on him to make his skin darker, so we had to reshoot that, which wasn't that big of a deal. I got a better performance out of Jay when we reshot it, so nothing was lost really, and the amount of the film wasn't that bad. We just spent about a roll of film there.
Gas or water, man. You know, man, I just love heroin, man. Really, man.
Here's a really good transfer from Super 8 to video. It almost competes with 16mm, and that's because it was so bright out there. We were shooting the depth of, I mean, not the depth of field, but the aperture was closed so much, it just made the image sharp, and they really brought the colors out really well. And it's Headrush enjoying nature like he always liked to do. You can see a hibachi in the background. That was, we would cook out on that hibachi sometimes after a day's shoot. We'd cook out there. Now here is, I believe, the next take was
Well, man, it was me.
With the makeup on his face to make him less pale.
Money, man, so I took it, man.
And that's what this take is.
I figured, man, what's 20 grand less gonna mean to Zeppelin, man? Because after all, man, they were millionaires, man. And really, man, Zeppelin didn't even care at all, man, except for that lard-ass road manager, man. When he found out I was the one who took it, man, he beat me for an hour. It's a good thing Jimmy came in while he was beating me, man, and stopped him, or I'd be dead, man. Anyway, man, he didn't call the cops on me, man, because he was in such a good mood after beating the killer. Good for me, man.
Now coming up here is a what I thought was a really funny line here. It was a joke that Headrush made to the crew of the documentary. That failed to get laughter, and it really showed Headrush's alienation. Turned out to be not such a funny scene as we had hoped, or as I had hoped. That seemed to be funny, but it's not really that funny.
So mellow I can't even move, man. And it's pretty bad when you gotta go to the restroom, man. Because of the lewds, man.
Again, the transfer here from Super 8 to video is just high quality. The colors are so rich. Even this is 20 years ago, and we're watching this on a VHS tape recorded directly from the 3/4 inch tape that the original was edited from. So you're seeing second generation. A second generation image. That's my dog Sandy, my loyal dog who loved to play fetch. Had a toy called the Daily Growl, which we would throw, and he would enjoy his retrieving the Daily Growl for us. Headrush's drug shelf got us into a lot of trouble. We were busted by the police. Somebody had peeked in the door and saw the shelf and called the police, thinking they were a good Samaritan, I guess. And, so one morning I went to prep for the day's shoot, and I heard all these cars drive up, and it was all police cars. Damn. There must have been 4 or 5 of them. And there was like 6 or 7 or 8 narcotics officers. The main guy was a sheriff, I believe. He was a sheriff. And they said, "Get down on the floor, get down on the floor." And at first I didn't do it because I didn't understand what, and then it slowly hit me. Oh God. But I was confident I wasn't going to go to jail because we had nothing illegal on that jug shelf. The whiskey was tea, the cocaine was flour, the joints were tobacco. The only thing I later found out that was illegal, and I didn't know that it was illegal, are the water pipes. They informed me they were illegal, and I'm glad they didn't confiscate them for continuity's sake. But they let me keep them. And it was weird because it ended in the sheriff shaking my hand and apologizing for that. That's pretty, we put a lot of work into that, a lot of creativity went into that. That crack pipe you see right there is going in close, and he's going to tell it to go away. That's on a light from a gift I got from my mother's gift store. So I put the crack pipe on the light. So there were various takes on this, and most of them went okay. There was a flub there one time when something fell over. I forget if it hadn't gotten to that yet. I don't know. Here's Headrush's introduction into the house, which was the second scene of the movie. It was blue outside, but you can see I balanced the light for indoors because we have these clamp-on lights everywhere, as you'll see in a second. And I balanced the light for that, and I had to just live with the blue because there's no, well, it could have been taken out, but I didn't think to ask the video transfer people to take the blue out, but that's no big deal. That's a minor thing. And this is this movie takes place around Christmas, which makes it even more depressing. And Headrush there cuts his 5 lines of cocaine to, or 6 lines, 5 lines, to celebrate Christmas time on Christmas Day. And the whole joke of this was these goldfish are swimming in Jack Daniels. And as you see, Jay will pour his Jack Daniels in to help fuel the mayhem for the poor little fish in there who have no control over what they swim in. He gives drugs to his pets, and his pets die. You'll see that in part 2 coming up. If you're watching this, I'm going to do a part 2, maybe a part 3. We'll see how it goes. I've got 2 hours of this stuff, so we'll see.